It's a very cold and cozy day today, which can only mean one thing. It is time for another cozy sewing vlog. This video is kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. Hi, my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosery Apparel. In this video, I am hoping to make quite possibly the most adorable pleated dress in existence. The pattern I'm going to be making today is the flower bud dress by Nammy Nammy Sewing Patterns. It is just such an interesting design. I love how it has used pleats to create the kind of shape of the dress, and I love the pleated puffy sleeves as well. I think it is just such a dreamy dress. And then when I saw it was called the flower bud dress, I just thought that was the most perfect and most adorable name for this style of dress. It's just as sweet and cute as a little flower bud. I'm planning on making this dress out of this cotton brown bed sheet. I'll have it linked below, and it's such a gorgeous quality cotton. I did originally purchase some fabric from Spotlight to make this dress out of, but once I show you the pattern pieces for this dress, you'll see that yeah, you need like quite wide fabric in order to fit all the pattern pieces in, which I didn't check before purchasing the fabric. If you want to give this pattern a go, I totally recommend trying to find a bed sheet because the pattern pieces are super wide. The brown shade of this bed sheet though is just stunning. It's probably my favorite shade of brown. It's kind of got like a pinky reddish tinge to it, and I just think this flower bud dress in this kind of fabric is going to be a dream. I'm so keen to add this dress to my spring summer wardrobe for once it starts to warm up, and yeah, I just think it's going to be the perfect addition. So let's get started. So I have already cut out the template pieces, and they are super interesting shaped pieces as well. Look at them. So this zigzag situation happening at the top of the template, which I guess is going to help shape the neck edge once the pleats are in place. And see what I mean by how wide these pattern pieces are? This needs to be placed on the fold of the fabric. Now obviously you could potentially have a seam running down the center, but because the lines of the pleats are like the star of the show with this dress, I didn't want to have a seam line running down the center to like distract away from the lines of the pleats, if that makes sense. First things first, I need to cut out all these template pieces. This is the sleeve template piece, which is also very intriguing to me. Like, I've never seen a sleeve template look like this before. The pattern says that in order to make these sleeves, you need to have an intermediate sewing skill level, which is making me feel a little bit nervous that they're going to be really tricky. But I'm up for the challenge. I think they're going to be worth it because they are just such cute little puff sleeves. And I am making size extra small of this pattern. Okay, so I have cut out all of the template pieces from the fabric, and now I need to actually mark out these pleat lines directly onto the fabric. So this is going to take quite a bit of time because there's quite a few pleats in this make. I also have to do the same for the sleeves. Look at all those lines. So yeah, I'm gonna get my tailor's chalk and mark out all of these lines before getting started. So I'm just having a quick read of the instructions to get my head wrapped around on how to actually make these pleats. They're actually box pleats, so one side of the dress, the pleats will go one direction, and on the other side, they'll go the other to meet into the center, I think. Actually, I'm not so sure about that. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is we have to pin the pleats in place and then press them, but my pins are a mixture of glass and plastic, and I don't know which ones are plastic and which ones are glass, so I can't actually press my plastic pins because they'll melt. So I'm thinking I might press the pleats as I fold them and then pin them in place, because because once they're pinned, I'm not going to be able to press them. And before we get in and start making these box pleats, let's just take a quick break to talk about the sponsor of this video. This video has been very kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence and launch your passion project. Whether you'd like to start making and selling your own products, create a beautiful portfolio to showcase your work, write a blog, or simply create any website of any kind, you can design, build, and run your dream website all by yourself with Squarespace. I have personally been using Squarespace to run the Rosery Apparel website and online store since 2016, well before they were ever a sponsor of my channel, and I cannot begin to explain just how validating it is to have a small corner of the internet that is completely my own and that isn't overrun with ads or determined by an algorithm at all. On my website, my customers can easily learn all about all things Rosery Apparel and shop my products without distraction. And now Squarespace make it even easier to design a beautifully aesthetic website with their new AI integrated design software called Design Intelligence, where they combine 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to help you build a beautiful and customized website no matter what your skill level or design experience is. So if you'd like to create a website of your own, then I totally recommend you go and check out Squarespace using the link in the description below this video and take advantage of their free trial so you can test out just how easy it is to use for yourself. And then when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/roseryapparel for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much Squarespace for sponsoring this video and for being such an incredible supporter of my channel. Okay, so the first set of box pleats are complete and pinned in place. I don't want to like bump it around too much because the pleats feel like they're so delicately folded in place. So now I need to actually stitch them down to this drawn out line. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but there is a chalk line. So I need to stitch up until that line to keep the box pleats in place. It's so amazing already to see how much those box pleats have given this dress shape. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so cute. Okay, day 2 of making this beautiful pleated dress. Yesterday, obviously, I pleated the front and the back, and I cannot believe how cute this dress is looking already. I don't know, this pattern is just so unique, and I love it when you can use really interesting techniques like pleating to give a dress shape. It is already starting to look like a dress. It's just like magic to me. I don't know, it never gets old. We are now going to do the same box pleating on the sleeves. This is what the sleeves look like currently. They are just super long, zigzaggy pieces of fabric, and I need to put box pleats all over it in order to give this shape, which I'm really intrigued by. I'm not entirely sure what the end shape of the sleeve is going to be, but the finished sleeve is going to be a bubble hemmed sleeve. First things first, let's pleat up these weird sleeve pieces. sleeves are done. Look how gorgeous they are. It honestly feels like origami or something. Like I'm working with paper, just the like folding and pressing and having those real crisp edges. Ah, it's so unbelievably satisfying. Now I need to like trim all of these jaggedy edges on both the sleeves and the bodice front and back, just to make the actual shape of them a bit more clear. And then I need to attach the sleeves to the dress. Then I think we start working on the bubble sleeves, like lining them and creating the puffiness. So far the instructions have been very, very clear and easy to follow, so that's a relief. I was just about to sew the sides of the dress together, and I've just realized there isn't pockets with this dress, but I think this dress could really benefit from pockets. Like, it's just a simple side seam, so I could easily put pockets in. So I'm just going to use my Rosery Apparel pocket template and put some pockets into the side seams. I've even gone all out with this make, and I've used matching overlocking thread, which is something I very rarely do, honestly, just because I'm lazy. But I happen to have a few spools of matching thread, so I thought I'd put it in my overlocker so the inside of this dress can be just as beautiful as the outside. Matching overlocker thread is something I should do a lot more of, because it does make a huge difference. Like, you can barely see the thread on the inside of the dress. So I'm very happy I decided to put in the extra effort to do that. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly add some inseam pockets before I stitch the sides of this dress together. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like once I've done that. Okay, so the dress is all stitched together at the sides, and I've now got some cute little inseam pockets. So worth that extra step in my opinion. And I've also just stitched this sleeve and neckline facing, which is now going to be attached to the neckline of the dress, and we'll also line the sleeves in order to make that bubble hem. I think now I need to attach this to the dress, and then we're going to actually put some elastic into the sleeves as well. This dress is very quickly coming together now, which is exciting. Sleeve reveal time. Let's turn this the right side out. I can see now why the pattern said the bubble sleeves were for intermediate sewers. It was just a little bit finicky and fiddly, and honestly it was one of those moments where I was just trusting the process, because it didn't even physically make sense to me how it was going to turn out, but it all, I think, has turned out okay. Wow, just look at them. They're so cute. Oh, I just love them so much. The bubble hem just adds to the puffiness and makes them Perfect. So I think now I somehow have to give them a press. I really don't know how I'm going to do that. Or I might just leave them as they are because like you can still see the pleats. They're pretty crisp still, even after all that manhandling. So now we're just up to the finishing touches. I need to top stitch the neck edge and I need to hem the dress. And then I can finally try it on. Oh my goodness, the dress is complete. It is the most adorable thing ever. Let me put some shots of me wearing it in now so you can get a good proper look at this dreamy, dreamy dress. I am just so in love with this dress. I love everything about it. I love the like relaxed, comfortable fit. I love the puffy sleeves. The pleated details are just exquisite. I especially love how the sleeves have this kind of like origami type feel. The pleated details of the sleeves just really add to the overall dramatic puffiness that these sleeves have. Obviously the bubble hem adds to the puffiness as well, but I don't know, there's something about the pleated detail on the sleeves that I am just completely in love with. This was overall such a satisfying make from start to finish. I just thoroughly enjoyed the whole process. The pattern itself is honestly dressmaking magic. I couldn't really picture how the odd template pieces were going to come together to create the dress. All the different pleating details have just created the most gorgeous silhouette, and it's just such a fun design. It's so structured but so playful and whimsical at the same time, and I really did just have to trust the process with making this dress, like follow the instructions step by step. And even though there were moments where I felt like physically the dress was not going to come together, I just trusted the process and it all came together in the end so beautifully. It's not an easy make, especially because the pleated details are a bit fiddly to keep flat. You have to have a bit of patience with that. But if you're a confident sewer, I totally recommend it. It is such a fun make and such a gorgeous end result as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed following along as I make the flower bud dress from scratch. As I'm sure you can tell by my reaction to this dress, it was such a joy to make and such a joy to share the process with you. If you did enjoy it, it would really mean a lot to me if you could give this video a like, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more sewing type videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end, and I'll see you in the next one.